As Phase 2 soon approaches, Season of Discovery updates are things we've been kind of waiting for and hoping for right after the holiday season. And we have recently gotten a few updates that will change some of the ways we play the game and will maybe change some of the ways you prepare for Phase 2. So the first thing that we got an update about is from Warcraft Logs. Not actually from Blizzard themselves, but Warcraft Logs have decided to officially ban the use of the Greench, the spiked collar, and dog whistles if you're looking at Season of Discovery parses. Still, we see a ton of warriors, rogues, and hunters at the top with a little bit of druids sprinkled in there, but mostly warriors at the top. But that doesn't change anything. Basically, what this means for you as players is that if you used any of the pets, you can see this from my Pokemon raid where I have the Fell Hunter and the Greenches just for the memes right before this actually happened. We knew this would happen. If you use these, then all of those logs will be invalidated, but not only your own logs, the entire group that you are in. All of those raids should be completely invalidated. It's kind of unfortunate that it took so long. It's great that this finally happened, but it's unfortunate that it took so long for this to finally get fixed, because this is literally, people have probably had like 6 resets with the Greench, and some of you probably haven't even used your Greenches. Some of you are saving them for next phase or something like that. So you no longer have to deal with the Greench parses. All of the ones that you have done in the past should get recrawled on Warcraft Logs, and on top of that, it should make it at least for the rest of the phase so that you can parse again. If the Greench was allowed to stay in the game, basically what it means is that anyone that used it was the only way to get a really good parse. You could get 99s, but getting 100 parses was extremely hard to not have something that was doing 70 DPS for you just on the side, on top of the other 2 pets, which are terrible to farm, that are also doing 20 DPS for you. So great ups, Warcraft Logs, from banning this and backtracking. It took quite a while, but I'm very glad that this has been officially taken away now. And as we prepare for Phase 2, if you want to level up quickly from level 25 to level 40, you're probably going out into the open world and starting to do some sort of pre-questing. There's a ton of pre-questing routes out there, and I'll probably share some in my next video for you. But if you are going out into the open world and completing all the high level quests and trying to get them done so that you could turn them in instantly as Phase 2 launches, you're able to get from level 25 to level 29 in about 30 minutes if you do this correctly. Well, this is an issue a lot of people are having, because some people went out into the open world and were actually doing these quests to turn them in for gold, because gold is something that's absolutely essential as you move forward into the next phase. So if you have done that, there's a huge worry that you're going to need to dungeon farm your way up directly from 25 to 40, because you'll have no way of actually leveling at all if you already did all of your quests. And this concern was actually directly responded to by Agron himself over on Twitter. Alenia said she has wondered if people that are planning to do basically dungeon grinding in Season of Discovery, is that the only way that we were going to be able to level? Is that really the intended way to experience the game? And what Agron said was that he thinks people are going to learn that with each phase in Season of Discovery, things are completely new. You cannot plan for them. So the value of pre-planning is completely different in Season of Discovery. There's a lot of assumptions that are going to be made, and dungeon grinding is one thing, but who's to say there won't be new things to help with leveling? Basically, he's hinting that there's going to be new ways of leveling. I love that Platinum wrote that. You probably, very, very, very likely, will still be able to pre-quest and have all of your quests ready. But if you quote unquote bricked, as some people say, your character and have already done all of those quests for gold, then don't worry. There's going to be other alternative methods of leveling that are not going to be have to find a group, head directly into Scarlet Monastery, RFK, or Stockades and just start spamming these. There will be other options for you to level, and I'm not sure exactly what these will be. There were hints that it might be something to do with the waylaid supplies, so you might want to stock up on some of those higher level turned in or ready to turn in crates. There's also a method of kind of, let's call it cheesing Warsong Gulch. You could turn in your Warsong Gulch tokens for experience, and you can't item restore them, like delete them and then leave them in your mailbox. But what you can do is, if you have more than the max, which I believe is 20, if you have more than the max, then the other ones will be mailed to you in the mailbox for the next 24 hours. So hopefully We don't have to spam Warsong Gulch if you want to get ahead. Obviously, it's a very try-hard thing to do, but hopefully you don't have to do that. I would anticipate we will have new ways of dealing with the questing. Maybe they will reset some of the quests for people that have already done them, or maybe there'll just be a ton of new quests and a new zone, maybe something we don't know about. This is the season of discovery, and we're gonna be discovering it with the new phase. If you remember what happened on launch, it was a madhouse. It was so much fun just trying to figure out what was going on. And we're gonna get a ton of new runes. I wouldn't say a ton, but we're gonna get new runes next phase, and the meta will most likely change drastically. So guys, if you wanna stay up to date on all info Season of Discovery, of course, make sure to follow the page. And let me know in the comments what you think they're gonna do to stop us from having the characters be bricked. How are they gonna help us level from 25 all the way to 40 if we've already done all of the quests? I think there's a few options being thrown around there, and I'm sure Blizzard is listening, but also testing a ton of things on their own end. So just, yeah, write it down there. And I'll see you guys all on the next one.